Okay. So glad to see you this evening. So let's get settled in. Come into your easy seat, Sukhasana. And there is a wonderful meditation that many of you may know as the meditation of loving kindness. And it's associated with Buddhism. And it's thought to be, because it is a principle, it is an important tenet of Buddhism. But if you look at all of religions, Eastern and Western, you will find that those very words are everywhere. In the Bible, in Psalms, there is a reference to loving kindness. In yoga, that's an important practice. Loving kindness is part of the yoga practice. And in just about every other Eastern religion. So you have to ask yourself, they can't all be wrong. You know, how could all of these faiths, how could all of these systems have just happened upon this idea of loving kindness? And what does loving kindness mean? It means benevolence, it means compassion, but to yourself as well as others. And so let's think about this as we close our eyes and come inside. And focus on your breath. Just follow your breath and allow yourself to think about what loving kindness means as you follow your breath. And perhaps you'll deepen your breath now. Big deep inhale and a long, slow exhale. And with that inhale, think about filling yourself up with loving kindness. When you exhale, let go of everything that gets in the way of that. Everything, let it go. Inhale, compassion, kindness. Exhale all the obstacles. Now return to your natural breath. And open your eyes. All right. So let's begin by working on our neck, right? It's probably been a long day. Probably, many of you have been sitting at a computer, yeah, working. If you're working from home. Bring your head to neutral, and then send your right ear to your right shoulder. Drop your right shoulder and allow your ear to move downward toward that shoulder. Feel the stretch, the resistance on the left side of your neck, the tightness. Inhale, breathe in to that spot, and then exhale, release it. Inhale, soften it. Exhale, let it go. One more time, inhale to that stretch on the left side of your neck. And exhale, release it. Bring your head to neutral. And your left ear to your left shoulder. And feel the strain on the right side of your neck, the stretch. Maybe it's easy for you. Maybe your neck is not stiff, or maybe it's very stiff. Wherever you are, breathe in to it. Breathe in to the right side of your neck. Exhale, relax it. Inhale into the tightness. Exhale, relax it. Inhale one more time, and exhale, relax it. Bring your head to neutral. Send your nose to the ceiling. Let's make it the sky. Imagine the sky. Inhale, and then exhale, bring your chin to your chest. Feel if there's a strain at the back of your neck, and if so, breathe into it and release it. Inhale your nose to the sky once again. Maybe you still feel some resistance somewhere. Breathe into it and release it. Chin to chest, nose to sky. Chin to chest and pause. Send your chin over to your right shoulder. And then send your nose up to the sky. Then bring your nose and your chin back down towards your shoulder. Draw a line with your chin across your chest, over to your left shoulder. Then lift your nose to the sky. Bring your nose down, across your chest. And keep this going at your own pace. And notice the sensations you feel along the way and what may need your attention. Pause there and breathe into it. Next time you're looking over your left shoulder, pause and bring your head back to neutral. All right. Send your shoulders forward, up, back, and down. So roll your shoulders forward, or that's back, right? And then roll them forward. So in both directions. And then pause. Send your arms straight out to the side, and then hug yourself. Placing one hand on the shoulder, and you can let your hands wrap around to your shoulder blades if you can reach, or if you wish to. All right, so we're going to do bat wings. First, we're going to do this cuddle, this hug of loving kindness. So bow your head. And send loving kindness to yourself. Lift your head, and then lower it again. Now this time, with your head down between the crease of your elbows, imagine that you're hanging upside down in a cave, right? And it's nighttime. Time to wake up for you. Lift your head. We're going to wake up just a little bit at a time. And you're going to need to stretch those big, long wings. So you'll begin to open them very, very slowly, bringing one forearm over the other right in front of your shoulders, the height of your shoulders. You're going to inhale and you're going to exhale and send your elbows back just to shoulder height with your fingers pointing forward. Inhale, exhale, send your elbows back behind you as if they could touch. Inhale, exhale, open up your wings completely. Inhale, and on an exhale, bring the palms of your hands together as your back curls behind you. On an inhale, you're going to push away the air to fly forward. Your heart comes forward in a dog back. Exhale in that cat spine. Inhale, push the air away. Continue your flight. And then next time, your hands are together and your back is curled behind you. Pause and bring your hands to your heart. Right. And release your arms. Place your hands alongside your hips. If at any time you need to change the crossing of your legs, please go ahead and do that. Walk your right hand away, lateral stretch to the right, bending your right elbow. Open up your heart. At the same time, reaching with your fingers for the wall that's on your right. Inhale and exhale, place your left hand in front of your right knee and bring your right hand into parallel with your left. Inhale with straight arms, look forward. Exhale, bend your elbows and fold. Inhale, look forward, straight back, straight arms. Exhale, bend and fold. Once more, inhale and exhale. Come back to straight arms. Slide your hands to your knee, left hand on right knee. Turn to look over your right shoulder. Feel the twist in the middle of your body. Allow the crown of your head to reach up to the sky. On an inhale, lengthen your spine. When you're empty of breath and have space in your belly, twist just a little bit more. Inhale both arms up alongside your ears, come to center. Bring your left hand down, lateral stretch. Open up your heart. Inhale, exhale, place your right hand forward of your left knee, parallel arms. Inhale, straight arms. Exhale, bend and fold. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, fold. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, straight arms. Slide your hands to your knee, right hand on left knee. Twist to look over your left shoulder. Same thing here, getting taller on the inhale, twisting after the exhale. Bring both arms alongside your ears and twist back to center. Release your legs, shake them out. And rotate them. Okay. Bring the soles of your feet together. And bring your hands to your shins. And we're going to do some cats and dogs here. On an inhale, bend your elbows, send your heart forward. Exhale, curl your spine back behind you. Inhale, dog spine. Exhale, cat. Keep it going at your own pace. And always pay attention to what your spine is doing, what it's feeling, how it's flowing. And next time you're in your cat spine, pause and come up to sit. All right. Bring both hands inside your legs. And you're going to lift your right leg a little and thread your right arm underneath your calf, your shin. And if it's comfortable for you, place your whole forearm on the mat, or you can just have your hand, whatever works for you. Bring your left hand to your left thigh, and you're going to twist again. You're going to twist to look toward the left. Maybe you'll extend your left arm, fingers to the sky. Return your hand to the middle of your legs. Send your torso to a neutral spine. Unthread your right arm, and let's do the other side. Left forearm or a hand underneath left calf. Bring your right hand to your right thigh and twist. Maybe you wish to extend your arm. And bring your right arm inside your legs and bring both your legs inside. So we're going to do that again, only a little differently. You're going to bring your left leg in closer to your body, to your hips. And you're going to put your, step your right foot on the mat. And you're going to walk your right foot away a little bit. And the reason for that is so that you can come down inside your right leg. So you're going to fold inside your leg. Both your arms are in front of you, your forearms. You're going to thread your right arm underneath your left leg. You're going to send your left arm out to the left, rotate it, thumb pointing down. You're going to bend your elbow and wrap your arm around your torso, around your waist. Maybe your hand will land on your lower back. Or maybe you can reach a little bit more and take hold of your right thigh. You're going to inhale, you're going to exhale, come down a little bit more. Unthread your right arm, come back up to sit, release your left arm, and we'll do that on the other side. Okay, so your right leg is close to your hips, your left foot is on the mat. You're going to walk your foot away a little bit. You're going to bring your shoulder inside your left leg, both arms, forearms down on the mat. You can thread your left arm underneath your left leg. Right arm goes out to the side, rotate it, bend your elbow, and wrap it any amount. Inhale, and then on an exhale, when you're empty of breath, fold over a little bit more. Maybe you can get your shoulder under your knee. And then unfold. Release your arms, release your legs. Okay. Bring the soles of your feet together. All right. So your soles of your feet are together. And we're going to do a Padmasana, which is the tortoise pose. But we're going to do a variation of it. So we'll do it in stages and you will decide, but we're all prepped for it. You know, all the work we've just done was to bring us to this pose. So you're going to lift your right knee up a little and bring your right arm underneath it. You're threading it. And then you can let your right leg relax a little bit. So your forearm is on the mat. And then you're going to lift your left leg, do the same thing. So both your arms are underneath your legs. So this is one version of Padmasana. All right, so you can stay right here and not go any further, or you can lift your right knee, rotate your right arm, thumb down, wrap your arm around your hip, roll over onto the other side and do the same thing with your other arm. So your hands are on your hips, maybe, or anywhere along the way. There are yogis who can clasp their hands, I'm not one of them, behind their hips. This is the turtle. The tortoise, actually. Allow your back to curve to create your shell. Let your head drop down. Whether your arms are in front of you or in back. And now you can release your arms. Lift your head up. Slide your arms out, extend your legs, shake them out. Right, good. So we're going to do a few amphibians and lizards in today's class. So let's come on to our hands and knees. All these nice earthly creatures that live close to the earth. And you know your alignment, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Rotate your arms outward. And while we're here, let's do a couple cats and dogs, right? Inhale, curl your spine towards the mat, heart is reaching forward. Exhale, arch your spine to the sky. Keep going at your own pace. You know what to do. Inhaling in your dog spine, exhaling in your cat. Next time you are in your cat spine, pause and then come back to Baddhasana, your table. Your nice, perfect table, right? You're going to bring your forearms down onto the mat. Yeah. So your elbows are where your wrists were. And the first thing we're going to do here is just slide back and forth. You know that those of you who have done this with me before, you know, I call this the Tankasana, the Tanka toy. Like we had when we were kids. So a little truck on the tracks or a train on the tracks. And then come back to your neutral spine, elbows under shoulders. So now what you're going to do is begin to walk your knees away from each other. So your right leg goes out to the right, your left knee goes out to the right. And you're going to open your legs as much as your hips will allow you. It may be very little, right? And we're going to do that sliding again. This is Vikasana, a variation of a frog pose. And then come back to center and slide one knee and the other knee and both knees eventually. And you're going to come down, you're going to lengthen your legs behind you, come down to Sphinx pose. So in Sphinx, your belly, your legs, the front of your legs are on the mat, your elbows are under your shoulders, your forearms are on the mat. You look like a beautiful Egyptian Sphinx. You're going to point your hands towards the corners of your mat. You're going to push into your hands and lift, straighten your arms any amount for a variation of cobra pose. Bring your elbows back down. Line up your forearms back to Sphinx. And on an inhale, you're going to straighten your arms for another variation, a straight arm cobra. Bring your legs together, your cobra tail. And then bring your elbows back down to the mat. All right, so we're going to shape shift from Sphinx into a full king cobra. So come all the way down on your belly, on your chest, but bring your hands alongside your breast. You're looking down at your mat, your nose is really close to the mat, your legs are coming a little bit closer together. Your elbows are hugging your ribs. On an inhale, you're going to push into the mat with your hands. And you will not straighten your arms because in Cobra, your shoulders are down and your pubic bone stays on the mat. That's important to get the proper curve of your Cobra pose. If you straighten your arms, you're bringing the weight to your knees. You do not want to do that. And then melt all the way back down to the mat. Bring one hand on top of the other underneath your forehead, making a pillow for your head. And you're going to lift your head and slide your forearms with your one hand on top of the other, just the way, just slide them back so that your elbows are under your, or almost under your shoulders. You're going to look forward. Then you're going to point your head towards the mat, towards your hands, curling your upper spine, and bring your forehead onto your hands. On an inhale, you're going to open up your jaw. This is Makarasana, the crocodile pose. Inhale, exhale, close your jaw, bring your forehead to your hands. Inhale, open your jaw. Exhale, bring it back down. Inhale, lift your head, release your arms back into Sphinx. And just bring your body all the way down onto the mat. And make your pillows with your hands and just relax. You're going to lift your head, slide your hands under your shoulders, push into the mat, come up onto your knees, and come to a child's pose. Send your hips to your heels. We're not going to stay here very long. And you're going to make your way up to stand. Now, one of the poses that we're going to do in our standing flow is lizard pose. So I recommend having a block if you do not have a block. So let me show you why you need them. You can have a pillow, or this is a handy little meditation pillow. I know everybody has one at home. But it could be a pillow from a couch, right? A throw pillow, so you can use that. Or a blanket. If you have a blanket, you can fold it like this. Because what we want to do is come onto our forearms like this. This is not exactly the pose we'll be in, but this is why we need blanket or the pillow or the block. So you need to have one of those handy, all right? All right, so you'll come, you're standing already, yeah? So when you're standing, come to mountain, Tadasana. Make sure the crown of your head is reaching upward. Bring your belly towards your spine. Lift your ribs. Sun breath, inhale, exhale. Inhale and exhale. Okay. So going to start with a more classic sun salutation, just to warm us up a little bit in our standing flow. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale halfway to a flat back, exhale, fold. Inhale your right leg back, your left leg back, plank pose. Knees, chest, chin, baby cobra. That means your head, your shoulders are away from the mat, but you're not using your hands, you're not pushing into your hands. Melt that down, turn under your toes, come through bent knees or plank to a downward facing dog. Take 4 more breaths here in this down dog. And when you're done, you'll place your right foot forward. You can take 1, 2, or 3 steps. Your left leg, fold over. Uttanasana. Fly out and up. Bring your prayer to your heart. All right, let's do that on the other side. We all good? All right. Inhale, exhale. Inhale halfway to a flat back, exhale, fold. Left leg goes back, right leg goes back, plank pose. You can also jump directly into a plank if you wish. Will not do that. Knees, chest, chin, baby cobra. Fold back down, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward, step your right. Uttanasana. Fly out and up and bring your prayer to your heart. Okay, so that was our warm-up. Inhale. Fly out. Exhale, fold over your legs. Inhale, come halfway to a flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step your right leg back. Bring your right knee down to the mat. Swing your arms up, slide your hips forward. Anjaneyasana. Inhale your hands back down to the mat, turn under your toes, downward facing dog. This is our first down dog, so let's take the time here to make sure we're aligned perfectly in our down dog. Well, as perfectly as each of our bodies allows. And then walk your dog, then one knee, then the other. Just walking in place with the balls of your feet glued to the mat. And then come back to your dog. You're going to step your right foot forward. Now, yogi's choice. You can bring your left knee to the mat for lizard pose, or you can leave it up. Your choice. So I'm going to start with the knee down. You're going to reach for your block or your blanket or your pillow. You're going to place it alongside your right foot, inside your right foot. Both your arms are inside your right leg. You can start out with your arms straight and tall for a straight arm lizard, and then you will bring your forearms down to the mat and walk your right foot a little bit away from you to give you room. Try to keep your knee pointing to the ceiling. If you wish, bring your left knee away from the mat. If you wish, remove the blanket or pillow and bring your forearms all the way down to the mat. Wherever you are, come up on straight arms. Step your right foot back, downward facing dog. Come forward to plank. Back to dog. Step your right foot forward, step your left. Uttanasana. Fly out and up and bring it down the center line. Okay. Other side. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale halfway to a flat back, exhale, fold. Left leg goes back. Left knee to the mat. Swing your arms back behind you, swing them forward, slide your hips forward, Anjaneyasana. Bring your hands down to the mat, turn under your toes. Low lunge, downward facing dog. Step your left foot forward. And again, here we're going to go to lizard, so you are going to make your choice of whether you want your knee down, if you want to use the pillow, if you can bring your forearms all the way down. Both of your arms are inside your left leg. Your right leg is either knee on the mat or lifted away from the mat. You're going to come up onto straight arms. Send your left leg back to downward facing dog. Come forward to a plank. Back to down dog. Step your left leg forward, step your right leg forward, Uttanasana. Fly out and up and down the center line. Okay. So we're going to do a variation of a lizard. So now that you've got the flow for a lizard, we'll shorten this a little bit. We're just going to go to downward dog to lizard. This is another variation of lizard, and that's called flying lizard. Okay, come to the top of your mat. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale halfway, exhale, fold. Step your right leg back. Step your left leg back, downward facing dog. Step your right foot forward. Bring both arms inside your right leg. We're getting ready for lizard. And again, your knee can be on the mat. Please remember that. You'll come down to your lizard, whether you put it on a pillow, a block, your forearms, or on the mat. And then you're going to come to straight arms. If you've never done this before, you might want to watch me first, right? You're going to lower your shoulders. Remember all that work we did when we were seated. You're going to send your right leg out underneath your right arm threads underneath your right leg. Your left arm reaches in the opposite direction, wings. You're a flying lizard. Bring your arms inside your legs, step your right leg back. Step right forward, left, hang over. Fly out and up and down the center line. Are you still with me? All right. Okay, I lost some of you. All right, here we go. Inhale, exhale, fold. Inhale halfway, exhale, left leg goes back. Right leg goes back. Left leg comes forward. Bring your arms inside your left leg, come to pigeon. I'm sorry, not pigeon, to lizard. Come down to your lizard. Come on to straight arms. Thread your left arm underneath your left leg. Send your right arm out to the side if you wish. This is an option, flying lizard. Bring your hands to the mat, downward facing dog. Step your left leg forward, your right, hang over. Stay down, bring your knees down to the mat, and you're going to come all the way down to the mat and make your way on to your back. All the way down. And just breathe. And bring your feet to the mat. Your arms are alongside your body. You're going to walk your heels a little closer to your hips. You're going to lift your hips to come into a bridge pose. Make sure your knees are coming directly out from your hips. They're not splaying open to the side. Imagine that you're hugging a block. And then slowly, one vertebra at a time, melt your spine back down to the mat. Place your right ankle on your left thigh. Bring your left leg into your chest and wrap your hands around your left thigh. Your left knee is still bent. You're going to use your right elbow to push your right knee away. You're going to flex your right foot. You're going to just roll a little from side to side, just a little bit. Come back to center. Extend your left leg up to the sky. Rotate your foot. Go in both directions, and then point and flex, point and flex. Bend your left knee, bring your foot back to the mat, uncross your leg. Take a breath. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. Bring your right leg into your chest, reach into the middle of your legs to interlace your fingers behind your right thigh. Flex your left foot, push your left knee away a little bit. Roll a little from side to side. Come back to center. Extend your right leg. Rotate your ankle, your foot, toward your ankle. Both directions, point and flex. Then bring your foot back down to the mat, uncross your leg. And just breathe for a moment. If you have a block or a blanket, push into your feet, lift your hips, slide the block or blanket underneath your sacrum. Let your arms be comfortable alongside your body. Send one leg up to the sky and then the other. In this inversion, you are slowing your heartbeat. You're getting your body ready for relaxation. And bring your feet to the mat. Lift your hips if you have something underneath them. And then Stretch your legs along the mat. Come into Shavasana. Rotating your arms, palms cupped upward. Just relax. Let the weight of your body melt into the earth. And just let go. Deepen your breath. Roll your head from side to side. Begin reawakening your body. Make gentle movements with your hands and your feet. Send your arms overhead, your legs away from you, your feet going one way, your fingers the other for a full, deep body stretch. Then bring your knees into your chest and hug them. Roll from side to side to massage your back. Come back to center. Release your legs and roll over onto whichever side you prefer to come into a fetal position. Then make your way up to sit. Let's end with a little loving kindness. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well in body and in mind. May we be safe from inner and outer dangers. May we be happy and free. Om Shanti. Thank you so much. Namaste.